Basically, the format favors the strongest decks on ladder.
They're talking about Hearthstone, an online card game where two players compete against each other with a deck of cards.
Let's not reward people who are...
This isn't just for fun, because these guys compete. UBC's Hearthstone team took first place and won $3,000 in DreamHack Austin last August 2015. They took New York University's Violet Teachers to 5 games and won 3-2.
And we got to meet a lot of different players. Like I hung out with all different Hearthstone players and just like had a good time.
Benton has been a team captain in the UBC eSports Association for 3 years because he is the highest ranking player of the team. His role is to prepare the kinds of cards that his team will use and to guide his teammates during a match, and preparing for it is time consuming.
Sometimes I make spreadsheets and kind of list out the win rates between each deck and just kind of figure out, oh, this deck is good against this deck, maybe we should bring this, and then we can ban this deck to provide us with the best win rates.
While winning tournaments is nice, Benton says that he'll consider playing Hearthstone professionally.
If we happen to go into like championships or something, we'll obviously try our best and like work hard on it. But I don't know at the time, like right at this moment, if anybody's like fully committed into just playing it competitively.
The Hearthstone team's winning records made it easier for the association to acquire sponsors. It was founded 7 years ago when players from UBC wanted to get together and share their passion of playing video games. Due to their team's winning success, gaming companies like NCIX and Corsair Gaming have been sponsoring them by providing the latest and high-end computers. The problem is, sponsors are tough to come by, and a business plan has to be presented in order to make them interested.
When you actually try to get your sponsor for the first time, it's much better to show them your marketing deck, show them what's good about your club, and show them, hey, this is what we can do for you, and this is kind of what we want you to help us with, right? Create a partnership as opposed to something that's just, hey, I need help.
What gaming companies want to see is to let the esports scene grow in Vancouver so that people can take it seriously.
I don't know how it manages to be so huge and still stay underground and unknown to so many people, especially like the older generation, but esports is huge and it's growing like mad. So right now, even if we didn't have such a huge reputation, if we held consistent events and showed people like that this club was taking esports seriously, we would probably still be able to find some people that want to support us.
Langara's esports scene doesn't benefit from a similar sponsorship model. Unlike UBC, which has won tournaments in the past years with their teams, Langara hasn't because they are relatively new. They aren't funded by the college, and they sometimes have to pay their events in their own pockets.
We also don't have the right equipment at the school to do esport games. So for example, our internet isn't as fast as we wish. So we can't hold LAN tournaments, we can't hold, meetups. We can do viewing parties, but it is kind of hard.
Because Langara isn't well known, the club has a hard time acquiring sponsors.
We do a lot of cold calls, and we have a lot of emails that go out in the beginning of each semester asking if people are interested. And we get a lot of no's, actually. 99% of them are no's. And we do get a couple that are interested, but unfortunately it doesn't work out in the end.
Still, the 1% does happen, and some companies do agree to sponsor. Last year, they hosted the Cali Burger event in downtown Vancouver, where people can join in, play games, and get a free meal.
She emailed me first. I told her that we would love to have a couple events. We didn't really see a downside to it. They said, we want to run 2 events. Just try to have about 20-25 people show up. That was our job.
Most students in the club will move on to other universities, but some leave their mark behind in a big way.
Nathan Forrester, great guy, transferred to UBC already. During the off season, he just randomly messaged Ashley and I and said, hey, I made you guys a website. Yeah, it just totally surprised us out of the blue. And we're like, oh my gosh, why did you do this? Like this is really expensive. Did you pay for this out of pocket? Like I was kind of mad at him. I was just like, why did you do this? Like even I wouldn't pay for a website for us. Like I have no money right now. I'm a broke college student. He's just like, oh man, but I just love you guys so much, and you guys are awesome with this club and whatnot. And we were like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Like he made the website and we took it over and we manage it now.
When it's Wong's turn to go, he will step down as president. He says he'll leave his legacy behind, but will guide the club as a consultant.
But we all kind of stay within the club because it's what brought us together. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to stay on as a consultant as well. I won't be a full-time president, and I'm hoping that I will pass the club down to someone or a couple presidents who can run this club and who can kind of carry it on as a legacy that I've left behind.
Langara hopes to make it easier in acquiring sponsorships in the future as more and more people get interested in esports. Wong may be gone someday, but his club is here to stay for future sponsors. This is Nico Hernandez, Langara News.